Think of each house as a chapter. The first house is going to be Aries, rooted in your identity, your mission statement, and the goals that you have as you personify your journey. The second house is Taurus. This is going to be your resources, how you stabilize your journey and the values that you have to keep yourself going. The third house is Gemini. This is how you affirm the communication through meditation and the things that you're able to communicate verbally. And the fourth house is Cancer, your foundation. This is how your inner child is rooted in building your foundation. This is where you're able to nurture your flaws. The fifth house is Leo. This is your creative expression and how you're able to stand in the spotlight. The sixth house is Virgo, the service that you offer, the way that you execute your tasks, your goal, and the routine that you create. The seventh house is Libra, how you're able to balance your interactions and collaborations through your network. Now the last but not least, the eighth house. The eighth house is rooted in Mars energy and is ruled by Scorpio. This is where your metamorphosis actually changes. This is where you're able to self-promote. As I said, the fourth house helps you identify your foundation. The first house identifies who you are and the goals that you want to achieve along this journey. As you reach the eighth house, you're going to be utilizing everything that you learned from the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth before you even collaborated or did anything with the outside world. Before the seventh house, you have to execute a specific goal in order to be adjustable for other people to be attracted to what you have to offer. And this is what I call the Mars mission. Through quarter four, you're going to be utilizing a lot of things and you're going to be finding exactly what is going to help you get to the next level. Through your confidence, meaning the fifth house of Leo. Once you're able to stand in the spotlight, you're able to utilize everything that you've learned through the fifth house, the fourth house, the third house, the second house, and the first house. The 12th house is going to be your subconscious. The 12th house is rooted in Pisces energy. Your imagination is going to help you execute exactly what your inner child, the fourth house, is looking to have as a foundation. The house that is going to allow you to maneuver through your imagination and communicate that is the third house. Your inner child is going to help you navigate this journey. Your inner child knows exactly what used to be cool to you and what your older adult self wants to execute as an adult. Your adult self is what I call the inner artist. Your inner teenager goes through reality and tries to figure out where they fit in. The Mars mission is going to help you navigate what subculture you're attracted to. Your Mars energy is rooted in your root chakra. This is what initiates you into the change that you wish to become. This metamorphosis through the eighth house is going to show you exactly what you need in order to survive. This is from the survival perspective of life. No, we're not supposed to stay here, but we're supposed to recognize exactly when we're creating in a survival state of consciousness. You allow your inner child to flourish through this exploration. However, your journey is supposed to be evolving. So your inner teenager has to step in and start to pick a subculture to be attracted to. This metamorphosis is going to allow you to navigate your aesthetic behind the mission that you're actually trying to navigate. The journey you're on is going to be attached to a subculture. That subculture has an aesthetic. That aesthetic is something that you now become as an attire. You look the part, you act the part, and you perform the part. Leo and Libra are going to help you navigate exactly how to show up as the required persona. The narrative that's a part of the role that you're trying to execute, you're going to allow yourself to be transformed through this metamorphosis. Everything we discussed is the Mars mission. Now that we have addressed the Mars mission, we've established a narrative that we want to conquer, and we are able to personalize our journey. Your inner child is who I want to speak to next. We are going to be addressing how to reprogram the subconscious mind. The inner child and the subconscious mind go hand in hand because it's rooted in your imagination. You need your imagination in order to manifest. You need your emotions as well to manifest. When they say don't half-ass anything, they mean do not have your emotions inside what you want to become true. An energetic magnet is your emotional connection to what you want to manifest. So the inner child and your inner teenager have to go hand in hand, in my opinion, mainly because this method is rooted in the inner child being able to express what they've always wanted people to hear. Once your inner teenager is allowing yourself to become the leader, once you reach the eighth house within this journey, you are allowing yourself to self-promote. You are the only one who could validate your imagination. As your imagination is curated through this metamorphosis, you are allowing yourself to expand psychologically through this journey. Your narrative is going to be tied to a subculture, mainly because those subcultures are already out. Aries and Scorpio are rooted in Mars energy, and Scorpio is rooted in the psychological awareness of the human experience. What you allow your psychological awareness to explore, your inner child and your imagination have to flourish in this energy. Now, I believe that any metamorphosis goes through the 3 stages that I've already mentioned: the inner child, the inner teenager, and the inner artist. Your inner teenager is allowing your inner child to speak, and that is the Leo energy of the 8 houses that we work through the Mars mission. Leo is the unapologetic sign in astrology, along with Aquarius, its sister sign. Now, Aquarius and Leo are going to allow the innovation because somebody hasn't taken the stand that you're taking in your journey right now. You're the first one to self-promote. You're the first one to enter into this initiation for you to flourish along your journey. So the inner child having imagination as their force of nature is kind of rare. A lot of people are going to seek validation outside to make sure that what they want is something that is desirable. Although this is not the most authentic way to manifest. Your emotions have to be attached to your manifestation. Allowing yourself to draw the raw emotions from your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus. So your root chakra is grounded in your security. The way you feel secure could come from something rare, and some things other people cannot validate as a grounding technique for you. Due to what sign you have your Mars placement in is going to help you find the element that you should be using to ground your energy. So right now in quarter 4, we have Mars in Scorpio, and allowing yourself to be rooted in this metamorphosis, you have to allow the Tower to fall. In the tarot deck, the Tower I kind of like to use as the time for you to manifest. You want to manifest what happens after the Tower falls. You can prepare for the Tower. You can anticipate what the Tower's downfall is going to look like, and you can start to manifest a new life from that Tower. So this is where I kind of call mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal is a point where you get to improvise and actually see what resources you have and will it be suitable for you to use on this next timeline. Through each phase of your imagination, your inner child is going to tell you whether or not it's cool, whether or not it's worth going through, and this is how you're able to improvise. Once your inner teenager sees exactly what works, what doesn't work, your inner artist feels a lot more confident to move to the next level. Self-promotion. This is the reason why mental rehearsal helps you solidify the imaginative role that you have to become. The role becomes real once you decide to continue to manifest on that timeline. Self-promotion. This is where you let your role navigate exactly how to manifest the narrative. You have to have an imaginative connection to who you want to become so that that manifests. Your root chakra, the element of your root chakra, aka your Mars placement, is going to help you navigate improvising. When things go wrong, things don't work, you have to ground yourself in the energy so you can continue to improvise and anticipate what you're going to approach. Your sacral chakra is the next chakra that we're going to discuss. This is your creativity, the way you have a sensual connection to your emotions. You allow yourself to fluidly experience your emotions is going to be what becomes attractive to other people. Your manifestation has to be something that is ritualized, where you are continuously in the momentum of manifesting what you want to decide to become true. This is more than a routine because you have to be emotionally connected to what you're trying to manifest. This is where pattern recognition helps you build what you want to have as your foundation. This is the kind of developmental stage of your legacy. Your legacy is the emotional connection that you have to what you're trying to manifest. Emotions are the only things that help manifestation go from imaginative to reality. Your sacral chakra is your life force. Now we're going to go into the solar plexus. The solar plexus is going to be your powerhouse. Your belly button is going to tell you exactly where you are going. This is another brain, your gut. Your gut is rooted in Virgo energy, your routine. So the torso part of the body is going to be where you are most grounded. After you work from your root chakra to your sacral chakra, you go to the solar plexus. You're allowing yourself to stand firm, and your inner artist can project and navigate this narrative. The role that we're trying to manifest is somebody that you've never been before. So you have to continue to decide to show up so that it becomes natural.